Shockers, what's up, Gruntworks Nation? The Big Earl is always asking, why is China hoarding food? Experts say that China is hoarding a massive amount of food. They will soon have over 2/3 of the globe's corn reserves, over half of its rice, and over half of its wheat. But when asked about it, China lies. One China expert says they, of course, will never admit to something like that. Well, what does China know that we don't? When it comes to global food shortages, China is the canary in the coal mine. You see, China is the world's #1 food importer. They rely on the rest of the world to keep their people fed. So they can't afford to mess up. Or there will be riots, civil panic, or even worse, when over 1 billion people can't eat. What does this mean for Americans like you and me? 2 words: food shortages. That's why it's a smart idea to stock up on a kit of best-selling 4 Patriots survival food. Create your own stockpile of the best-selling 4 Patriots survival food kits. Hand-packed in the USA. The kits are compact and stack easily. They have different delicious breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. And their 5-star reviews on the website rave about the flavor and the taste. Right now, you can get 10% off your first purchase of 4 Patriots survival food by typing in the code VTTGW at checkout. Just go to 4patriots.com and use the code VTTGW to get 10% off your first purchase of 4 Patriots survival food. That's 4patriots.com. Use the code VTTGW.
With us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
Boom! To try to get a matchup with a gunner. Oh, goes the win! Francis is gunner!
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow!
It's very rare.
What a finish! Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out?
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to the goal. It's a knockout! Oh my It's a knockout!
And it's closing in, trying to finish it, and it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Buck is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
Punch me right in the face, man.
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Piercing. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the canvas.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby!
I think you've had enough. Noah? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow! How good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy or not. That's in the Book of Brawl. I think
Not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
gotta be very careful.
What's up, Trash Talkers? What's going on, Gruntworks Nation? We are live, all right, on this January 12th, because finally we have UFC fights going on Saturday. It's been a long break for these two clowns I got with me. All right, we got Dak, the DrunkenCyborg, and VTT Send It 7. Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back. How are the holidays?
There was far too little violence. I miss my fights.
Far too little violence. There you go. How about you, Bill?
That's actually the perfect sentiment, to be honest with you. Far too little fights. I miss the show. I know the job takes me away a lot now, but over the holidays, there wasn't enough fight shows. Football was okay. I know the football world got turned upside down today with the Washington coach heading to Alabama now, but who cares? It's fight season. I care about fights.
A lot of iconic people are stepping aside from what used to be college football, which is now semi-pro football. So it's just pretty much what it is. Now we're just paying guys to transfer every year, whatever. Who's going to give me $25 million?
That is also true.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Hey, everybody watching, thanks for tuning in. Joe is snowed in right now up in Michigan, where he is probably actually just on a bender from Michigan winning the national title. So congrats to Joey, right? And, we got to get Sergeant Major Bach retired on here with his Michigan jersey that he's supposed to buy. And then Tanner Port says, let's go. It's been a while, Tanner. Where you been? Where you been hiding at? So, I don't know. He's been kind of being a ghost after. When's the last time you even commented on this, Bill? Do you remember? Or you?
It's been a while, but unless Heather gives him advice, he's kind of silent.
Clown game over there. Yeah.
His wife is the better fight picker, and he admits it. So hats off to him. And honestly, when it comes to the Ports, if you were to ask me who I'd want to fight in a dark alley, it's Tanner, because I don't want to throw hands with Heather. She's a thug. Heather is a straight up brawler, and Tanner will admit it. I mean, when it comes to throwing hands, and I'm not exaggerating, Heather will throw hands quicker than shit. And that's why she's my sister from another mister. I love me some Heather Port. If you need backup in a fight,
not Tanner, but Heather. So there you
go. For sure. And Tanner will admit that. So
yeah. This could be a complete lie, but I think at Legends Pub one time he went running and diving into the bathroom while Heather was swinging two pool cues like freaking batons and hitting people with them. So
hey, we got a funny story about a girl who bumped into Heather as she was shooting a pool shot, and Heather didn't let it go until the end of the night. When our girl got in the car, and Heather grabbed her by her shirt and started beating the brakes off of her while she was sitting in the driver's seat. So Heather's a real one.
Gotta get her an octagon. But anyways, before we get into the picks, again, I like to say this, as Four Patriots has now partnered with us and is part of our mission to lower the veteran suicide rate by doing fun shows like this, doing serious shows, whatever we can do to just keep people talking, keep people engaged. And with the platforms that we have online, we want to actually pay people to do what they're doing. Right now, we have awesome moderators and admin that are volunteering. A lot of us do the shows and take hours out of the day. So it would be hurt to maybe throw a little scratch on there. And then also our main goal. All right, we're 3 years into it, and we kind of planned it out at 5 years. We wanted to have VTT hard stands, right, where we actually have places that we have our studios and that are hangouts for veterans to come on and not just have spaghetti dinners like the VFW has. Like actually come in and do GWAT shit. Come in and do, what, Generation Y and the Millennials and Generation X are doing. And, try to make a community for that and first responders as well. So just a place to come hang out and have a good time and not, get yelled at by a grumpy old Vietnam veteran, which we love you. All right. Welcome home. But, we got to have a hangout for the younger bucks. So that being said, we're starting a new initiative, and there's a QR code up in the corner there of the screen that if you click on it, it'll take you to the Veteran Trash Talk Facebook page where you can become a subscriber. Now, it's only $10 a month, like $9.99. You get a button, which retails for $15, so you already make money on that. And then every month, we're going to give you 50% off a shirt. So if you've been eyeing up a shirt, you're going to save that money every month, all right, if you like our apparel. Also, we're going to start doing different videos and different segments to where subscribers are going to be allowed to come onto the platform and, give us their opinion, give us topics, talk, BS before a show. So we're going to do that too. We're looking into it. And again, that's all because of 4 Patriots. They're giving us the money that's going to help us expand that way and allow us to do that. Now, they sell survival stuff. And we're not talking about being a prepper. We're talking about just being prepared. So, having a 30-day supply of food doesn't make you crazy. It makes you smart, right? Having a solar-powered generator or having a generator that doesn't need gas, right? When you're, I don't know, in the middle of a snowstorm, Joe, you got a generator, right? And then you got power. So, just, think about looking at 4 Patriots if you like outdoor survival stuff, all that. Right there in the bottom, 4patriots.com/VTTGW. Get yourself a discount. Anyways, if you're watching, all right, say hi, say where you're watching from. And again, Joe Loy, he's on, he's watching. Joe Loy wants to know who the hell is going to give you $9.99. Joe, we don't care if anybody does. All right, it doesn't matter. All right, but if you do, you know where it's going to go. All right, it's going to go into building veteran trash talk into not just an online. All right, we'll be able to have places that we can come to in person. And we can help each other out. So if you don't want to do that, no skin off our back, no skin off yours. All right, just keep scrolling, Joel. Doesn't matter. But all right, soapbox is over. All right, let's get into these fights. Now, the champ is not here. However, next week he will have a belt that we have purchased, Joe Loy, with some money from 4 Patriots that they've given us. All right, we purchased an actual wrestling belt, and we're gonna go quarterly. So right now, Joe won last quarter, so he is the champ until the last UFC in March. Okay, and so we will accumulate points, and then so starting April 1, whoever has the most points is now the champ. Oh, we got hi from Sao Paulo, Brazil, retired Army. Very nice. That's
a record.
Joe Loy says there was no explanation. There is, Joe. There is.
Let me hop in here real quick. One, I am a little jealous. We just now came with the belt after I held it for 2 years, Nick? 2.5. Hats off to Joe for winning the belt. I mean, it just took 2 years and us changing how we score things for him to get a W finally. So, hey, in typical Michigan liberal fashion, we had to change the rules for you to get a W.
Although he might have been coming back on you after about 7 of your minus 600s lost in a row. So
here's the thing. One, that's why Vegas has big buildings when minus 600s lose. And two, let me. Joe's not here to defend himself, so I kind of feel bad, but not only kind of, because those of you who know Joe, it's easy to throw out a couple little jabs. He'll get triggered or he'll rage quit the group chat for a week, then he'll come back.
That is true.
But here's the thing. If you look at the new scoring system, there's picks I haven't won points on that Joe has agreed with. Oh, and there's picks that I've won that Joe has also agreed with. So we literally had to change the way we score to make this show finally interesting. I mean, I was kicking Joe's ass for so long that we had to bring Stacks on and completely change the scoring for people to give a shit that Joe exists in this world.
Innovator die, Bill. All right, so you gotta make it happen.
But hey, Joe, hats off.
And then Jonathan Bohannon's watching. Happy birthday, Jonathan Bohannon. Great guest on the Trash Talk Hour. I'm cutting Bill's non-humble pie rant going right now. Just he can't take a loss like a man. All right.
I said, hey, Joe, you won the belt. Congratulations. I mean, it only took you 3 years, just like Michigan, to win a college championship. So I guess the stars finally aligned. You're kind of like our ball. It took you forever, and for Jupiter to align right with Saturn, and you finally got a W. Congrats.
So it was stars.
But you know what? You finally won, and you still took an L because you can't even come on the show to brag about it because you're in bumfuck Michigan where nobody gives a shit about you.
You don't have a 4 Patriots freaking generator, you clown. But before we get into the picks, Stacks, what are you sipping on over there?
Ooh, I got the cordial.
Nice. Yeah, the cordial from 10th Mountain. So you see behind me, 10th Mountain Whiskey and Spirit Company. Go to 10thmountainwhiskey.com For those of you that partake in the spirits, if you don't and you're a recovering alcoholic, don't pay no attention to this message, and congratulations for staying sober. However, lots of our funniness comes from 10th Mountain Spirits. They have also partnered with us. They don't give us money, but they give our group discounts. So go to 10thmountainwhiskey.com and put in the code VTT. All right, VTT, and you'll get yourself a discount on some great bourbon whiskey, rye, vodka, cordial, all kinds of great stuff. So, okay, all the plugs are out of the way. Let's get into the fights. All right, we got a heavyweight fight to start it off, and we got Andrei Arlovsky, all right, coming in at 34-22. All right, that can't be real, but it is. All right, and then you got Waldo Cortez Acosta coming in at 10-1. Now, I put a lot of thought into this. All right, here's the disclaimer. Again, do not listen to what I say about these fight picks. I don't pay any fucking attention to these fights. I just put the money on where these people, our experts, say to put the money. But the Big Earl did pay attention on this one. I've done a lot of research. And you know what? Been looking for Waldo for a long time. All right. And so he likes to hide out. All right. So Waldo's going to hide, but what he doesn't realize is this old man, Andre, with 6,000 fights in the UFC, all right, is the king of hide and seek. So I'm going to go Andre with the upset, and he's going to get pissed because Waldo's hiding, and he's just going to kill everybody. All right. We're going to have 3 knockouts in the first round. The ref, Waldo, and then one of Waldo's guys is going to jump over Arlovsky. Is going to take him out. All right, Bill, what say you on this?
Here's the thing with this fight. One, if you've been a long time MMA fan, you love Arlovsky. You can't not love Arlovsky. But Jesus Christ, man, retire. He keeps pulling out wins against these wacky dudes like, what was it, Chase Sherman, or whoever else he won a wacky fight against. And here's the thing, like, he's what, 44 right now? Hey, I wish I was in the shape Andrei Arlovsky is in at 44 years old. But he's just not there anymore. This is a young man's fight game. And 44 is ancient in this fight game. I got a Cortez Acosta in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a TKO because Arlovsky's chin's not like it was 10 years ago. But Arlovsky still keeps squeaking out these split decision losses, split decision wins. So weirdly, I like the over in this one. I think Joe does too. If I have to look back at the group text message again, I think Joe's got it by decision, which I don't disagree with. But I would take Cortez Acosta money line on this one only because of this. Arlovsky's chin's not like it used to be, but somehow he keeps squeaking out decisions. So could it end in the first round? Absolutely. But somehow Arlovsky keeps squeaking out decisions.
Yeah, Joe's got unanimous decision.
Yeah, which is not a bad bet. I think the safest one to go here is Cortez by unanimous decision, only because Arlovsky somehow keeps squeaking out these weird split decisions on this one. He's becoming a stepping stone, which is I don't like, which is why I want him to retire on top. I think after this fight, I would love to see him just put his gloves in the ring and bow out. He's a legend in the game. I love him to death, but it's just time. So at the end of the day, Waldo Cortez Acosta by money line. I wouldn't touch a finish on this one, whether it's finish or decision. Just take money line on this one if you're going to bet. But for sake of the show, just take money line Waldo Cortez Acosta.
Very nice, very nice. All right, Drunken Cyborg, what say you?
Yeah, I'm going to go just a little different on this one. Cortez Acosta is just kind of he's a little bit of an animal, and Arlovsky really does need to just be done. So badly, he just needs to be done. I do like him, but goddamn, I'm gonna go with a round 2 KO.
Very nice. Round 2 KO for Waldo.
Yep.
Oh man, kind of hard to knock somebody out when you're hiding. Just saying. But anyways, that's what it is. All right, let's go to the next one, and this one is for a point, possibly 3 points, depending on how you go with it. And this one happens to be Bill's pick, and it's a middleweight fight, and we got Phil Hawes coming in at 12-5 versus Bruno Ferreira. All right, coming at 10-1. Now, when I was, judging these guys and looking at them at the weigh-in and making sure everything was all right with, what they ate before and all kind of stuff, is you look at Phil's hair, and he's literally, he's a Backstreet Boy in hiding. So I'm going to go Phil Hawes here with another upset with a Backstreet Boy face slap, first round. All right, was Timberlake a Backstreet Boy or was he in sync? Nobody even knows. I'm sure Cyborg knows. But Bill definitely. Artillery guys love the boy band.
What?
Yeah. Well, but either way, I'm gonna go Phil Hawes with the Backstreet Boy face slap, knockout, first round. All right, Bill, this is for your points. What say you?
First of all, before you dished out who was getting what fights, I was like, don't give me Halls for air. Don't give me Halls for air. And then you gave me Halls for air. I was like, this son of a bitch.
You wish that evil on yourself.
I did. I manifested it in myself. Here's the thing. Let me get it out of the way. I'm going for air on this one. Here's the thing. Both these guys have lost their last fight in the first round. Both their chins are not there, which is why I did not want this fight for points. Betting is easy, and Joe agrees with me on this one. Take the under on this one. This is not going to decision. They're both going to come in. They're going to throw haymakers in the first round. I don't see it leaving round one. The problem is both their chins suck. God damn. I mean, Phil Hawes has a bigger reach. He's just been doing this a little bit longer. Fuck you, Nick, for giving me this fight. But I'm going to take Ferreira TKO in the first round.
TKO first round.
Could this go to Phil Hawes? Yes. Both their chins are garbage. Like I said, the only reason why I'm going Ferreira, he's a little bit younger, a little bit more of an up-and-comer. Phil Hawes lost his last two fights by KOs in the first round. Aliskarov in 2-10 in the first round. Before that, Roman Dolidze. And Ferreira, he had a good run for. Yeah, he had a good run with a bunch of first-round finishes. Actually, all of his fights have been first-round finishes. He just got snuck by Ruzaboev in his last fight in the first round. Maybe it was a freak thing. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know, but either way, I'm going Ferreira first round TKO. I think Hawes is just falling off. I think his chin's just not there anymore. If you watch the fight sports long enough, you start taking too many first round KOs, then it becomes a danger. So Ferreira first round TKO is my bet. Joe is also saying take the under on this one. He's leaning on Ferreira as well. So again, Ferreira first round TKO. But if you're nervous on the winner, take the under. This thing is not leaving the first round.
All right, very awesome. All right, DrunkenCyborg, what do you say on this fight?
Yeah, I'm going the same way. I'm gonna go with Ferreira just because although they both come out very reckless and the way they throw is just it's not accurate. They're just throwing at the wind and hoping they fucking collide with something.
It's a Dana White dream.
It really, honestly, I feel like Ferreira, although they both do the same thing, I feel like he does have a little bit better shot placement than Hawes, and I think that's what's going to get him is his fight IQ seems to be just that one step above, even though he's got the length on his side. I think Ferreira is going to pick it apart, and by the end of round one, he's going to have him out of there.
Very nice, very nice. All right, let's get after it, and we're going to stay with the Cyborg on this one because now she gets her point fight. All right, it's a bantamweight fight, and I didn't do this on purpose because, again, I paid no attention. But we know Stacks likes the little boys, right? Like, she's a big fan of the gymnasts that could never actually stick up for you in a bar fight or do anything for you. They're little men, and, God bless their souls and God bless weight classes. Otherwise, they would probably just be a fluffer somewhere. But we got a bantamweight fight, and we got Ricky Simone, exactly, all right, coming in at 20-4 versus Mario Bautista at 12-2. All right, now everybody's seen the movie Major League, right? It's forget the curveball, Ricky. Give him the heater. All right. I'm going Ricky with first round heater kick. All right. You never seen it before? Trust me, it exists. All right. First round heater kick to the chin, knocking him out first round. All right. Stacks for points. What say you?
So on this one, I was kind of upset actually when you gave me this one because I like Batista.
Oh my God, you guys are such entitled babies. You haven't picked fights in 2 months. Come on.
I like Batista a lot, and I don't want to see him lose, but I'm pretty positive he's losing this goddamn fight. He gasses too early. He just does. And Simone's groundwork is better than Batista's. So even if Batista does try and get him to the ground, he's not going to be able to hold him there, even if he does end up getting him to the ground. And Ricky is better on the feet all goddamn day. So I'm going to say that Ricky picks him apart. This is a good back and forth where Batista gets rocked a few times, grabs on for dear life, tries to get him to the ground. They go up against the cage. And then round 3, I think Ricky finds his KO. That's what I'm going to go with.
All right, round 3 KO for Stacks and Ricky Simone. Going for a 3-pointer. I like it. Getting aggressive. All right, Bill, what say you on this fight?
You know, if I was Stacks, I would have went for that one too, just for the points. But since I'm not Stacks, and I'm just picking the fight for shits and giggles, I'm going with Ricky Simone the same, but I'm going with the decision on this one. Could Ricky Simone finish him in the third? Absolutely. I think it's going to go to a decision, and I see Simone winning all 3 rounds. And it's for the reason Stacks said. Batista has a tendency to gas. I think he just puts it all out in that first round, then he'll slowly start gassing, which is rare to see for the 150-pounders. Typically, they have those long gas tanks. Batista gasses. Simone does it, and I think Simone's the better ground guy as well. I think he's just the better all-around fighter. So I got Simone on this one. The only thing is Simone doesn't have that huge one-punch knockout power, especially at 150, that some of them have, some of them don't. Which is why I'm leaning towards decision on this one. Could Simone finish him in the third? Absolutely, especially depending how gassed Batista is. But I'm going to go with money line on this one. Ricky Simone, money line. I think it's going to be unanimous decision.
Very nice, very nice. All right, before we get into the co-main and the main event, another sponsor plug. All right, 4 Patriots. All right, you see it down there, 4patriots.com, VTTGW. All right, go to that and then get some outdoor survival food, some prepared food for when there's a bad storm, power's out. All right, we're not talking about the end of the world prepper days. However, if you do believe in that, these are your guys because they believe in us and they believe in our mission. So go support them as they support us. Also, 10 Mountain Whiskey. All right, go there, put in the code VTT. And then up there, we're now offering a $9.99 subscriber to Veteran Trash Talk, which is going to get you all kinds of goodies and help us get ourselves to the next level of our mission and actually having hard stands for Veteran Trash Talk. All righty then. The co-main. Hey, what happened to the actual co-main? Who got scratched?
I'm actually not sure on that one. I didn't research it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think Joe said it on the text thread. Let me. Yeah, he said we lost the co-main Manuel Campe versus Nicolau. Okay. Yeah. So that fight got scratched, bumping this one up, and in this co-main we got a lightweight fight, and we got my guy. All right, Jim Drunkenmiller. All right, 36-17 versus Gabriel Benitez. All right. So Joe, this is for his points. He's going Miller with a 2nd round KO. So he's also going for a 3-pointer. All right, trying to lock it down as the champ. However, the Big Earl, I do agree with Joe here because look at this Gabriel guy. Gabriel Benitez. Sounds like he should be salsa dancing somewhere with one of our wives. I don't know. Because, it's just no way. Jim Drunkenmiller is just going to just mash this guy's face in. All right, so I'm going Miller time, drunk boxing KO in the 1st round. All right, let's stay with Stacks. Who you got?
So I got Miller in this one as well. I think Benitez is actually a little bit faster than Miller, but Miller picks his shots far better. He sees his fight IQ is much, much better, in my opinion. And I honestly, I think he's going to take that first round to kind of get his feel of Benitez and really figure out where he needs to start striking. And then round 2, I think he's going to find his knockout shot and he's going to take him all the way out. So I'm going to go with a round 2 KO by Miller.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, Bill, the former champ. What say you? It's eating his soul. You can see it through the camera.
It's not. This fight's interesting. Miller at 40 is better than he should be. Like he should be getting his. Yeah, that's what's weird. It's not. He's got like this weird, like half dad bod, half fit UFC fighter. Like he should suck at 40, but he's weirdly getting better. It's odd. And Benitez loves getting finished. So for picking points, it's what round you think it's going to happen in.
Does anybody not like getting finished? Too soon. No.
Touche. I don't think this is going to decision. I like Jim Miller on this one. I like Jim Miller TKO second round. I think they're going to test each other out that first round. Benitez is going to get a little cocky, and Jim Miller is just going to sucker him into something, and finish him. So I got Jim Miller by TKO second round. Like I said, at 40, you want to bet against him, but he's just weirdly getting continuously to finish people. It's weird. He's going to set a record. He's definitely a future Hall of Famer. So Jim Miller TKO second round. Benitez probably needs to hang it up. He's never going to be a belt holder. He's never even really going to be a contender for it. He's going to just be that stepping stone guy. He'll fight for beer money for the next 10 years. Jim Miller TKO second round.
Very nice, very nice. Bill, you're setting me up with a lot of softballs there.
I'm trying. You're just not biting.
Just not biting. But I gotta repeat just so the audience knows what we said. Bill's saying that Jim's gonna suck him in and finish him. All right. Yep. So just be prepared for.
And I cannot believe you didn't bite on that.
I think it's so close.
You're not supposed to bite on it.
I know. Yeah, well, I mean. All right, we're moving on. All right, we're moving on to the main event. All right, we got. Let's see here. Let's let the baker pull it up. He's probably, he probably fell off his chair. There you go. All right, we got Makhmed Ankalaev. All right, there's an I in there. Who knows? All right, coming out at 18-1-1 versus Johnny Walker, 21-7. Now we all know where the Big Earl's going with this. All right, the Big Earl is going with a Scotch double palm slap to the face. All right, maybe the eardrums. We're going to call ruptured eardrum with a Scotch double slap because it's Johnny Walker with the upset. And actually, Joe's calling an upset in this fight as well. So, yes, Joe is calling Johnny Walker in this one. So, Bill, what say you?
Really?
Yeah.
How high was he?
I don't know. He's high as Wolf Pussy off that Michigan win. That's for sure.
I do not have Johnny Walker on this one. Interesting. So their last fight was against each other. It was a no contest due to illegal knee. Interesting picks, Joe. I do not have Johnny Walker as neither does Vegas. It would be a huge upset if Joe could make some big money on this one. I mean, what's Ankalaev? Minus 550 right now.
That's something dumb.
I got Ankalaev. I actually think it's going to go the distance. I don't think it's going to be the under on this one. I think actually this is the main event. So I do like the under on this one. But I got Ankalaev TKO on this one. Sometimes Johnny Walker gets a little ballsy with his striking. He leaves himself wide open. And I think Ankalaev's going to time it and catch him. I got Ankalaev TKO. I'm going to go late second, maybe early in the third. I just don't see Johnny Walker pulling this off. Interesting pick, Joe. That's your DraftKings sleeper. But I got Ankalaev TKO late second, early third.
All right, there you have it, fight fans. Cyborg, what do you got? Who do you got in the main event?
Yeah, I mean, if you watched their last one, like, Walker got some good hits off, but honestly, nothing on what Ankalaev was doing to him. And Ankalaev had him. If he hadn't hit that illegal knee, Walker would have been out of there. He would have been gone. He was on his way out when he hit with that illegal knee. Honestly, like, I just Ankalaev is just a different animal, and Johnny Walker's damn good. He's damn good. He really is. But with Ankalaev against him, he's got nothing. Walker loses his fight every goddamn day of the week. He just does. I'm gonna go with round 2 KO as well. Especially now that Ankalaev is probably gonna feel like he's got something to prove. Like, no, I was gonna take him out anyway. I'm doing it. He's gonna come back with a fucking vengeance, and he's going to put all the talk to sleep on this one. So I'm gonna go with round 2 KO on this.
Very nice, very nice. There you have it, fight fans. The picks are in. And now to the most important part of the show. So for those of you that stuck around, here we go. This is where we make our money. Now, the way the Big Earl bets with the experts picks is when they give us their locks. All right, I put a lot more money on the locks individually than I do on the parlays. All right, and what I try to do is, hedge my bets on my parlays where, if 3 or 4 of the locks hit, then I lose the parlay maybe, and then, I'm kind of even. All right, and you're kind of just floating. You're floating until both of those hit, right? When those locks hit and those parlays hit is when it's a $1,400, $1,500 day. All right, and I'm only talking about betting 100 to 150 on a Saturday. So again, if you don't have money, don't gamble. All right, just don't do it. Just like alcohol, if it causes you a problem, throw the shit away. All right, don't do it. But if you got a little bit of spare change, pay attention. All right, don't throw it all on the parlays like Joe does. All right, Joe puts every single dime he has on parlays, and then he always has some wacko, Atlantic Sun Conference game in there. Doing everything else. All right, nobody knows why Kennesaw State beat Queens by 3. All right, but it happened. Okay, it is what it is. But yeah, let's stay with Stack. She doesn't have a DraftKings sleeper, but she does have a parlay for us. What do you got, Stacks? Add some locks.
All right, so my locks are sorry.
Get a grip.
Yeah. My locks are Silva, Bashrat, and Cortez Acosta and Ankalaev. I've got those 4 locks, and then I've got Vaughn. Is it Nalen? Nolan.
You're asking the wrong person.
Nolan. Yeah.
Nolan. Yeah, I think I just spelled it wrong in here. Silva, Bashrat, Cortez Acosta, Simone, and Ankalaev. That's my parlay.
Very nice, very nice. All right, before we go to Bill, Joe says parlay premiums on up, or prelims on up. Joshua Van, Nolan as well. Gene Silva by finish. That's a lock. All right, Farid Basharat, lock. Marcus McGahee, lock. And then Ferreira and Hawes under 1.5. Ricky Simone and Jim Miller by finish. So that's an 8-legger. He is not putting his crazy upset pick in his parlay because I think that's exactly what it is. It's a crazy upset pick. But Johnny Walker is his DraftKings sleeper. All right, Bill, give us your locks, your parlays, and your DraftKings sleeper.
I gotta tell you, I was kind of searching to find a DraftKings sleeper for you. So if I were to pick one, it'd be Preston Parsons versus Semmelsberger. If I had to give you a DraftKings sleeper, and that's not much of a sleeper, but if I have to give you one, it's going to be Preston Parsons over Semmelsberger. My locks are Ankalaev, Silva, which I think is everybody's lock. Silva is like a minus 1,100 depending on where you go. Sometimes a minus 950. So lock by finish is also a smart move. And if I were to give you a third one, McGee is right there. I'm not quite at lock status, but he's right there. So for the parlay, in no particular order, I got Simon, Nolan, McGee, Cortez Acosta, Silva, Ankalaev.
Perfect. There you have it, fight fans. The bets, the locks are in. Now, we don't have much NFL to talk about, just a few games, because we are in the playoffs. So, Stacks, you can probably stick around for a couple minutes if you want. We don't have to talk about that many games. We won't talk about the games. Just give you the pick. Bill, if you can read them off for me. But before we do, all right, there is some shit talking that must happen. All right, there was somebody who sent me a video about the Bears and Packers game. That same somebody said that my lock last week of the Packers covering 3 was crazy as shit. Okay, so without further ado, let's play the tape.
Old man, there is one thing standing between you and the playoffs. Bear the fuck down.
Whoa.
Go Bears.
Yes, sir. That is $50 deposited into my bank account from said creator of that video. So take that shit, Dan, and shove it up your bare ass, all right? And guess what? The Packers, for another 15 years, have a quarterback, okay? Just, it is what it is. We nail them in the draft, all right? We might not win Super Bowls, but at least we can win every game we're in. It's possible, all right? But, all right, let's get to these NFL games. Let's see here. Baker's. All right, what are we doing here? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Echo going. Hold on a second.
Hey!
He's flustered.
Okay. There. We got me? Okay.
I got you.
All right, first we got the Browns and the Texans.
All right. The Browns and the Texans.
We got the Browns favorite with a -2 and a 44.5.
We have huge feedback background, but it is what it is. All right. I think Chris's mic was on. That's what it was. All right. So regardless, we don't need to have it up there unless you got it fixed out. We can just talk about it. Or we got the Browns are favored by 2.5. You said, Bill.
Yep. We got over under 44.5. The Browns are favored by +2 on CBS Sports right now. And yeah, so Cleveland favored by 2 with a 44.5 over under.
Yeah, if I am putting serious money on the Browns to win this game because of this guy named Joe Flacco, which I jumped on that train as soon as he got off his mom's couch, and I have been making money. All right, Joe Flacco,
he has been
killing it, but that's not the real story about the game. The real story, one, what a season for the Texans, what a season for C.J. Stroud, but it's going to come to an end because the defense that the Browns are bringing to this fight is it's pretty impressive. So yeah, Browns, lock them up. What we got next?
Okay, next we got Miami and Kansas City. Kansas City is favored by 4.5 with an over/under of 43.5.
Yeah, I call this one a little bit of karma because I just think the football gods love Andy Reid. All right, I love the Walrus, but the Chiefs have been playing like absolute shite, right?
Yes.
And the Dolphins are just lightning. All right, what can stop lightning? I don't know. -27-degree wind chill at kickoff. That's what they're predicting. -27 degrees. So that video, which I think Shooter McGavin on Twitter put that Dan showed me, is that scene from Cool Runnings when they get off the get out of the airport in the snow. That's going to be all of Miami. All right, they're going to get up like, nope, we ain't playing. So I'm not gonna. I don't want to bet on this game, but it's just one of those ones where if you can get your foot in the ground and go forward, nobody wants to hit in these games. It hurts everybody. All right, so whatever. Just flip a coin and pick this game. I don't like it at all. All right, next one.
You don't want to bet. You don't want to bet on the Taylor Swift curse.
No, I mean, hey, I called that out. That Taylor Swift is a devout Eagles fan, and the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. She went undercover to destroy the team that beat her team in the Super Bowl from the inside out. So, Swifty's a boss.
Next one, we got the Steelers going into Buffalo. They're a -500 money line with a -9.5 favorite with an over/under of 34.
This is another one where the weather is just going to be shite. All right, so I'm going to go with the Bills, and I'm actually going to put this in a two-teamer with the Browns in a parlay. I like the Bills to cover the 9.5 here.
So do I.
I just the Steelers are not good. However, they do have a good running game. So if the weather is bad, it could get dicey with that spread. But I think the Bills just got too much firepower for them. Next.
Okay, now we got your boys going into Dallas.
Ugh. All right.
We got
Dallas.
Green Bay going into Dallas. Dallas is a -7 favorite with an over/under of 50.5.
Right. And again, I'm an objective football fan. I bet against the Packers 3 times this year and won. So it is what it is. Here's the only hope that I have for the Packers is everybody wants Joe Barry, the defensive coordinator's head on a plate. All right. However, he has schemed well against the Cowboys every time he's played them. And so for some reason, Dak just throws like 3 picks against the Packers. So if that happens, going to have a ball game. All right. But you got to go with Cowboys here. They're just too powerful at home. And that offense against that shredded Packers secondary, not looking good. But hey, Packers got nothing to lose. The Cowboys do. All right. What we got next?
Okay, next we got the Rams going into Detroit with an over/under of 52, and Detroit is favored by 3.
And then this is why Joe really didn't show up. All right, this is the main reason. Because the Rams are playing hot as hell, right? And the Lions are good. They're really good. But
Detroit just knows how to lose shit.
But they've never been in this position before. They haven't been in this position in Joe's lifetime, right? So you got Matty Stafford in a revenge game coming back to Detroit. And I have a feeling Matt Stafford's going to light this shit up. So take the over in this game. What is it, 51.5? Yeah, take the over in this game for sure, right? I bet you they hit that over in the first freaking half. All right, so yeah, I'm going to lock the over in that game. But yeah, don't be surprised if old Stafford comes in a revenge game and lights up Detroit. All right, what we got next?
And finally, we got Philly going to Tampa Bay with 43.5 over/under, and Philly is favored by 3.
Just gross. Okay, now this is a Monday night game. The Buccaneers tried their hardest not to be in the playoffs. Like they could have closed it out at home against Atlanta and lost like 29-14. And then they barely beat Carolina, who had 2 wins on the season, to get into the playoffs. And the Eagles have been making me money the last 7 straight weeks by getting their asses whipped. Okay, so I called that upset. I said the Giants will beat the Eagles. Straight up money line, right? And they did. Okay, this is the worst playoff game in the history of the NFL. So I don't want to watch it. I might watch it just because I might throw $100 on the Buccaneers. What's the prop on 2 safeties? There's going to be 2 safeties in this game. All right, something dumb.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's game props. He's looking it up because he's not FanDuel. But anyways, there's your picks. I'll let you know what by the end of the show if we can find out what 2 safeties is. But it's got to be like plus 40,000. So if there is 2 safeties, put $5 on it and thank me later. All right, because that'll pay you $2,000 if that hits. Is what it is. Anyways, no show tomorrow. All right. We are celebrating the Martin Luther King holiday. All right. And so we have off on Monday and we will not be doing a show. So again, go to veterantrashtalk.com. All the links are there for everything. Our partners are on there for Patriots, 10th Mountain. If you click on a little partner tab up there, you can get there. And then also that QR code up there again, please click on it. If you feel like subscribing and being a monetary part of the solution that we're trying to do, it's great. If you don't, no, don't worry about it. All right. Don't give us any money. We don't care. All right. We're still going to keep rocking and rolling with what we have. But if you find it in your heart that you want to, subscribe and help us get to the next level of building our brick and mortar, hangouts across the country. All right. That's what we're going to try to do. And if not, by the time we either achieve success or don't, we'll probably be dead anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Because we're going to keep rocking and rolling at it. Anyways, good luck on your betting. And we'll give Bill the last word for his favorite nonprofits. And then again, we got to throw in the first responders too, because Stacks is a cop, whatever, there you go. All right, the blue line. All right, what's up, Bill? Last word.
Okay, again, as you know, I always pitch about goldstarteenadventures.org. It started out, actually, it's a perfect segue with Nick. It started out as only Gold Star kids for the military, but they have opened it up to first line as well. So it's Gold Star kids for military and our first responders. Please donate to this organization. Again, goldstarteenadventures.org. They have won awards for how much money goes directly towards these kids. Again, they take them out on hunting trips, deep sea, scuba certifications, everything you can think of. They bring all these kids together throughout the year and take them on all different types of trips to let everybody remember that we have not forgot about these kids. Again, you've heard us say it 100 times. We always hear about all the Till Valhalla, RIP, but no one ever talks about the kids left behind. So that's what this organization does. And if you've been following us for a while, we do have the Gold Star Century team, which is a team that I started with Corey Engdahl and Jerry Ledesma. I put in for a lottery for a race. I didn't think I'd get in, but they picked my name. So I'll be doing the Mid-State Mile on June 15th. I'll be representing the Gold Star Century team and Gold Star Teen Adventures. If you want to sponsor or just donate money to the cause, please follow me on June 15th. I'll be running as long as I can for a couple of days. My goal is 60 miles. Hopefully, I'm going to try to win it. I doubt I will. The average winner is right around 130 miles. We'll see what I can do. But please follow Gold Star Century Team, goldstarteenadventures.org. We'll be representing at the Mid-State Mile on June 15th.
All right, there you have it, fight fans. So yeah, go on VTT Send It Sevens page, follow him. Go on VTT's DrunkenCyborg page as well and follow her. And then a lot of you follow the Big Earl already, but get on there. All right, Face Man's got the most followers out of all of us, but that's just because he's pretty. So well, you know what? Just follow us. We're a lot more fun, and we'll get you guys some money and some picks. And if Bill doesn't win, all right, it's probably because he's artillery. That being said, we will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching and listening. And now a word from our sponsor, For Patriots. In a startling description, the UN food chief warned the world with the words, knocking on famine's door. He called what we're facing a perfect storm of a perfect storm. And he's not alone. Barron's published that a food shortage could be coming, even in the U.S. Farmers see it too. John Boyd Jr., a fourth-generation farmer, told Fox News that we're going to see empty food shelves in the coming months. That's why getting survival food is more important than ever now. Create your own stockpile of the best-selling For Patriots survival food kits. It's not ordinary food. We're talking good for 25 years super survival food, hand-packed in a family-owned facility in the USA and giving jobs to over 200 Americans. They have different delicious breakfasts, lunches, dinners. You can make these meals in less than 20 minutes. Just add boiling water, simmer, and serve. And right now, for the next few days, listeners of the Veteran Trash Talk podcast will get 10% off their first order at forpatriots.com by using the code VTTGW. Go to forpatriots.com and use the code VTTGW to start your stockpile today.